What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Rumpier Sports Hardwood Show for some Monday night NBA action. 7-game NBA slate. Waiting on some news. We'll, hopefully get some here throughout the show. It's typically how it's been going. But I'm back with my boys after a nice weekend here. My boys Title, my boys Big T. I saw Big T was cutting up the rug at the wedding this weekend. Saw some pictures looking very nice. Mrs. T was looking very nice. Big T, how was that wedding?
I guarantee one thing is I was not cutting any rug up. I was having some drinks for sure. Was not cutting the rug up.
Big T's not a dancer?
No chance.
No? Really?
Didn't get out there the whole night. No.
Oh, come on, man.
No, that's not.
You gotta get out there a little bit.
Yes.
I know, but okay, you would assume I'm not a dancer either, all right? But when I get
I would assume you are a dancer. Like
really?
You strike me as a dancer.
Really? Well, you're right.
You're not going to play cornhole and stuff that requires athleticism, so I think you would be a dancer.
I am a wedding dancer. I will admit it. I do enjoy dancing it up at the weddings a little bit. But you had some drinks?
Oh, I did partake in a lot of beverages. I will say that much.
I'd like to hear that. But everybody, the family looked beautiful. The kids, Mrs. T, looked like it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. The Manscaped got put to the test a little bit. Came through. It's a good weekend. It was a good weekend on the bench and other places.
That's all. Hey, that's what it's all about. Getting to that WB. TitleTown. How was your weekend? Anything exciting happen?
No, I mean, it was a good weekend. It was fun watching MMA. Of course, Big T, the heater, lives on. Showdown, I saw golf. He absolutely crushed. He shipped MMA. He was a part of the winner's circle. I mean, this guy, you just can't fade him. I know it's gonna come up. Him and I, the head-to-head game. Yeah, he absolutely smoked. I mean, he would have beat my main lineup too. I will have to say though, we did it because of Ayton. Ayton got 5.1x. He actually beat Karl Anthony Towns, his center, for value-wise. But I mean, when Daniel House outscores LeBron, I mean, there's no chance I'm winning that. But it was a beatdown. This guy's heater. Yeah, I mean, maybe we're gonna have to push off our game from March until he definitely cools down a little, because this is unlike anything I've seen.
Yeah, it stretches across multiple areas, not only DFS. I mean, the guy's on a heater just proves that you don't mess with Big T on a heater. You better push back that basketball game for your sake, because you don't want to mess with this guy when things are going so well. We haven't had a chance to fully recap the head-to-head battle, because I think it was last Wednesday when it all went down. Big T, I'm sure you have some things to say.
I mean, it did feel good. I mean, anytime you can play a dude that is for sure going to play LeBron, even though it's going to be a blowout, because you can't factor blowouts in cash. I always hear they say.
I didn't play him on my main team because I played 8 and I played Jared Allen. So like I actually had like a 4v4 or 5v5, but I mean I still would have lost. I had 307. You had
what you played Allen on your other team?
Yeah. I mean he crushed, but I still would have lost. I mean, I had 307. I cashed that night. Of course, Daniel House, what did he have? Like 35. Your team smashed.
That he hit his floor. It was a floor game for him.
Yesterday when I played him was his floor game. That's for sure.
That's the difference, though. Like, God, I mean, all of a sudden everyone plays it. Why was he a better play yesterday than the last time?
Well, small forward was just awful.
House?
Yeah.
No, there's no small forwards to play. I mean, there
wasn't that night either. That's why everyone played LeBron.
No, last night was even worse. I mean, last night was really bad, and I mean tonight's the same actually too on FanDuel. It's a really bad position. Speaking of House, how bad are the freaking Rockets?
They just keep shooting threes and they can't hit anything. It's unreal.
John Wall might have played the worst game I've ever seen an NBA player with a named NBA player play. Like that might have been literally the worst game I've ever seen someone play before.
They were so bad. Like, I mean, they got beat by 40. Like, I mean, they're in tough shape. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know how they're going to set lines on their games because they're going to quit. Like, the only way I think it's going to turn around at all, and it's not going to turn around, is if they just start playing like the younger guys and let them just play. Like, let them play hard.
How are they favored tonight?
I mean,
I have
How are they favored on a
no.
back-to-back? I mean, it just seems like the most off NBA line that I've seen in a while. Like they're favored on the back end of a back-to-back. I mean,
the only reason I'll say just a little caution, man, they got embarrassed. If they come out and get embarrassed again by Cleveland, whew, I mean, they have to have some pride. Like,
you think, but I mean, you just had the situation with Oladipo turning down the 2-year contract extension. I mean, it is tough times there in Houston. That's a rough looking squad. That's for sure. I mean, that was probably one of the worst team games I've seen played by an NBA team this year, and I watch a lot of NBA basketball, so that's
his first half line. What was his first half line? Like he had 7 points. He was like 1 for
7 points and 4 turnovers.
And he was like 1 for 15 for his 7, though, or something crazy.
Yeah.
Usually when you see a line like that, it's because they're pouting and they don't shoot. Like he was shooting and he still only had that kind of line.
It was rough going for the Rockets, and man, they just look like a very tough team. If you guys haven't seen yet, we teased it a little bit on Twitter. Back by popular demand is the old ticket giveaway. It was a success last time out, and we have a feeling it's going to be a success this time out. And the number of tickets will vary depending on a few criteria that we're going to talk about. We're going to let the people get in here. We'll probably talk about it after the first game. We'll give you guys all the details. You guys are doing a great job. I mean, we're getting closer to that goal where I don't have to beg and plead for the likes. I mean, 150, and we haven't even mentioned it yet. Thank you. I mean, honestly, thank you guys, because it helps us continue to bring you these shows for free. Subscribe button as well. Hit that. Also helps us continue to bring you guys these shows for free. All right, it's time to move up the stakes a little bit. All right, last week we said, all right, 450 likes all week long. If you get there, you get the gear, you get the plays of the day. It's not only 2 plays of the day. The 4X play came in very strong, I know, on at least 3 occasions last night. So you get 3 plays at the end of the day. So at the end of the show, 3 plays and a piece of gear. The gear is popular too, man. We got boys like Black Jesus repping it. We got our boy Caesar repping it. I mean, the gear is fire for sure. So you want a piece of gear. So Tony, talk to the people. I said the stakes are going up. Where are we going to sit for this number of likes here?
Yeah, I mean, I think 500 is going to be the number we'll be at for a while, because honestly, 2 weeks ago we hit 400 super easy, like freebies. We just did it the whole week for free, basically. It wasn't even a challenge to get to 400. Last week, 450 was a little tougher. I mean, we had to get on them a few days, but we still, I mean, we cruised in pretty easy 450. And 500, though, it's going to be the first time that we're pushing the issue a little bit. Yeah. And I think 500 is good, because we've been getting about 2,000 total watches on the video, 800 to 1,000 watching live, and that's about half. I mean, get to 1,000, half. I think we can do it easy, but it is going to be, it's going to test the chat to see if they want that gear, they want the plays. I think we can do it, but it's definitely pushing the limit of the number.
Yeah, and it's been called 500, so we gotta stand firm on it. So make sure you're definitely hitting the like when you come in here. If you got to go to your neighbor's house and tell them to tune into YouTube.com, search Run Pure Sports. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, if everyone went to their neighbors and say, hey, I got some buddies on here talking sports, check it out. I mean, that would definitely help the cause. So 500 likes, and we'll give the gear away and the 3 plays of the day at the end of the show. So anything else before we hop into it, boys?
The chat's saying they can't wait to see what Big T, if he agrees with JT's and K Falix calls in the Discord earlier. Whew, I can't wait too, because I haven't looked at this slate till about 5 minutes before this show.
How Big T does it. I mean,
I have no idea what they said. That, like, hopefully I agree with them, because I don't know who they're on.
I don't either. I'm curious.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. We'll find out. We'll definitely find out. First game out of the gate, we have the Pacers. We have the 76ers, 223 total. Philadelphia is favored by 4 in this game. And, a ton of news here. Like, this game is going to be very hard to break down, because on the Pacers side of the ball, Jeremy Lamb's questionable. Malcolm Brogdon is questionable. On the 76ers side, Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid are both questionable. And this isn't one of those situations where oh, if someone sits, it's not a big deal. If any three of those big names sit, it changes the entire slate for the most part. If Brogdon's out, we saw TJ McConnell play a shit ton of minutes and was super productive across the board. That'd probably be the case again tonight on the 76ers side. If Harris is out, Embiid becomes a very, very strong play, and his per minute production has been through the roof when Harris is out of the lineup. If Embiid sits, Tobias Harris plays. Tobias Harris becomes a very, very strong play. He's definitely in the conversation to be and probably in the conversation either way. He's got a good price tag, especially on FanDuel. He's only 7.1K. If both those guys were to miss, Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid, then it's all guys on deck situation, and we're going to be loading up on the 76ers. So this one's right out of the gate. Maybe we get this news within the next 30 minutes. If we do, we'll obviously circle back and, talk about it, touch on the plays. But I'll go to you first, Title. What are your overall thoughts here on this first game with all the injury news?
Yeah, you broke it down really well. Hopefully we get it when we're on this show. If not, JSU up to lock, like we talk about, we'll be breaking it down. But this is huge news. Embiid, Tobias, Brogdon. If any of them sits, it's going to have an impact, like you said. If Brogdon's out, McConnell will get the start. I like McConnell a lot. I like him as a player, very good usage player. So bonus would get a bump. Justin Holiday on FanDuel is only 4,500 at a weak small forward position, like we've been talking about. I would want Brogdon to be out, and I'd feel better with him. Like we always talk about in cash games, it's what it gets you. So 4,500, bad position. I don't mind that. And then going to the Philly side, if either Embiid or Tobias miss, the other one becomes a lot better play. And then Simmons as well. We saw last game when against Utah when Embiid was out, Simmons just absolutely took over the game, very aggressive. He's been looking better. So I'll definitely have a lot of interest in him if Embiid's out or Tobias is out. We just have to wait on the news. If everyone is in, I don't have too much interest in this game. You can go Embiid on DraftKings at 10.6. People are going to be scared to play him, scared to lock in the spot in the first game. Anytime Embiid's going to be lower owned, I like him, but I want to wait for injury news, and I need at least an injury to make a case for most of these guys.
Yeah, it is. It's a rare situation where, this game could end up being one of the highest owned games on the slate or one of the lowest owned games on the slate, depending on the news. I mean, it's very crucial. I mean, very, very crucial news. Like I said, hopefully get it. Big T, what's your breakdown here with all this news that we're waiting on?
Yeah, I mean, you guys said it best. It's really tough to talk about until we get the news. If everyone's in, I mean, I kind of agree. I would still like Embiid a decent amount if everyone was in. It all just depends. I mean, like if we get the same Indiana rotation as last time, I mean, TJ McConnell played 46 minutes. McDermott looked good. I mean, there's even like Jakar Sampson at 3K on DK, I think would even be in play just a little bit, depending on who's in. But really no reason to even talk about it until we get the news. I would say just in general, I agree basically with Title. I probably won't have any interest if everyone is in. If we get a couple guys out, all of a sudden I'll like everyone in the game. So just depends. I mean, we need the news here.
Yeah, definitely need the news to really break this one down. It could go from unowned to like one of the highest owned spots on the entire slate.
You get like 2 or 3 guys out. Like all this turns into a spot where I'll just play everyone in the game and make everyone catch me again.
Yeah,
like that quick.
Seriously. Yeah, seriously. It'll pay me to click on Ben Simmons' names. I'll tell you that much. But
he'll be the guy that ends it for that beats us too. Like
yeah,
he'll go for like 33 with everyone out type.
Yeah,
thing.
for sure. All right, we kind of teased it in the opening, but we're doing another free ticket giveaway. We posted it on Twitter. We all kind of retweeted it, and it was such a success last time we did it. Everyone had a lot of fun. It was very interactive with all you guys who, we really appreciate coming in and watching our show every single day. So we're going to do it again, and there's going to be a few different ways that we're going to give these tickets away. So the first ticket that we give out is going to be to a current member at Rum Pure Sports. So someone that's already a member right now will get a ticket, and it's going to be to whatever DraftKings contest is that Thursday after the All-Star break. The first big slate is a Thursday slate. there's a Wednesday slate, but it's only 2 games. We're going to do it for the Thursday slate. Whatever big contest they have, if it's a 666, 888, whatever it is, we're going to give the tickets away to that. They've been doing the $600 one, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's that. So we'll plan on the $600 DK contest. And so one of our current members will get a ticket. The second way that you can earn a ticket is if you're not a member and you sign up using the promo code FREE TICKET, FREE ticket. You have to sign up for a monthly package, though. It has to be a monthly package at runpuresports.com using the promo code FREE TICKET. That will get your name in the drawing. I'm going to bring the kids back out. If you saw it last time, the kids are going to pick it. Keep it nice and clean and honorable. They're excited about that. They're super pumped. So we'll bring the kids back again to do the drawing. So that's the second way that you can earn that ticket to the DraftKings contest on Thursday. Go to runpuresports.com, promo code FREE TICKET, and that will get you in the drawing. It has to be a monthly package, though. It has to be a monthly package. That's the only way that promo code's going to work. Then the third way, which is going to make a lot of people happy, it's going to make our producer happy. Our producer, Simon, wants 5,000 YouTube subscribers. We're at like 4,400 and some change. If we get to 5,000 YouTube subscribers and 10,000 followers on Twitter, we'll give away a third ticket. So you have basically about 10 days to make that happen. So 5,000 YouTube subscribers, 10,000 Twitter followers. And, Tony, what are we thinking is this just going to be someone out of chat that we're going to choose as this third ticket, or is it going to be another person that uses that promo code FREE TICKET? How are we going to handle that? Or are we just going to figure it out down the road?
It's got to be a member. I mean, they can sign up for the weekly or whatever. I mean, they got to be a member, though, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So the third person is going to basically be somebody that either uses FREE TICKET as the promo code or is already a member. So it's going to be a combo. So 3 ways to win. I'll recap it. The first way to win is if you're already a member at Run Pure Sports and we pick you. So our current members will get 1 ticket right out of the gate. Second way you can win is to go to runpuresports.com, use that promo code FREE TICKET. That will get you in the drawing. If you saw it last time, the kids put the names in the hat, drew them out. That exact same thing will take place. Again, we're going to do another drawing. It's going to be in this Run Pure Sports hat. Put all the names. Hopefully it's overflowing. That would make it even more exciting. Just all the names in there. They're going to pick one out. That person will win the ticket. Then the third way, which, like I said, the producer Simon really wants these 5,000 YouTube subscribers. Get us to 5,000 YouTube subscribers and 10,000 Twitter followers. I think we're at like 9.1 or something on Twitter. So you got to hit those 2 criteria to get that third ticket.
A couple more things as you go. The couple of the people in chat, 3 tickets out of how many people? 5,000? No. The 1 ticket, the free ticket promo is going to be, I mean, however many people sign up, it'll be under probably 100. Like, we hope it's a ton. I would love it to be 5,000 because then we would be having all these new members, but it's not going to be that many. A lot of people are already members. So the new members get that one, like he said. The current members, we have less than 2,000 members. So yeah, it's a little less likely, but it's free. Like it's just going in there for being a member. Third one, you get those numbers up. It's also a big number. But the second one is just for new people. It's easy. And it looks like K Fallick wants to put a 4th one in there. I seen him in the chat. So he said $2,500 ticket. Is K Fallick breaking news? Is he doing a $2,500 ticket for the
Let's go.
Thanks, K Fallick. We love it, K Fallick.
A man of the people.
A man of the people, K Fallick.
We'll have to verify that one, but it'll be interesting. Yeah, I mean, your best odds of winning one of these tickets is, I mean, honestly, in terms of the numbers, if you're not a member right now and you sign up using that free ticket code, that's going to be your best odds to win one of these tickets. It was a lot of fun last time following the guys and the plays and their teams on Twitter. We kind of posted that. So be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about it on all our shows, and we'll keep pumping it, and hopefully it's a lot of fun like it was last time. Is that everything, boys? Got that covered?
That's it.
Cool. All right. Climb into this next game here. We have the Mavericks. We have the Magic, 221 total. Dallas favored by 6. And not a ton of news in this game. I mean, Porzingis is probable. James Ennis is out. Nothing major. It's just become very difficult on the Mavericks side of the ball to trust anyone outside of Luka. Porzingis did come back last game, played limited minutes, but was productive, 25, almost 26 minutes, did get to 33 fantasy points. That was a blowout, so maybe the minutes are higher, maybe closer to 30, but he only played 25, 26 in that first game back. Like I said, that was a blowout, so I'm guessing maybe would have got closer to 30. He's 8-2 on DK, 7-8 on FanDuel, probably definitely a better FanDuel play. But for me, I mean, really, the Mavericks have turned into a team where I'm basically Luka or nothing. On the Magic side, I don't love a ton. I mean, maybe you could take a chance on a guy like Aminu, Terrence Ross. There's really not anything that's standing out to me on the Magic side. Honestly, this game is probably Luka or nothing for me. I'm going to go to you first, Big T. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Just like the other game we just talked about, just looking at the Dallas side, it just never sticks out to me all that much. You can always play Luka, like always. The studs, pretty much. I think you can fire in there, especially against Orlando, who has no guards. Like I've brought up for the last month, I love playing guards against Orlando because they just don't have any. So Luka is definitely in play. But, man, I never really play stars just by themselves. I like to at least have some Orlando guys to run back. And, man, you look at this Orlando side, and I just don't see it. I can't really even make a case for anybody. I guess Aminu as a total value guy has been looking decent. But, man, it's tough to click that button. I mean, 22 minutes, 13, 14, 17 fantasy points. It's going to have to get me a lot of things for me to click that button. It's going to have to be the perfect build where if I play Aminu, everything comes together for me to click that button. So for me, it looks like just Luka or pass too, pretty much.
Yeah, it seems pretty simple to me. Title, anything else stand out to you?
Yeah, I mean, with James Ennis out, I expect Dwayne Bacon to enter the starting lineup. He's 3.7K on DraftKings. We always thought it's what it gets you. So if it gets you an upgrade, gets you up to Luka, I'm fine with it. He's a solid shooter. He has some upside, but I mean, even if he gets you 4.5x and your stars get you 6x, that's what you want. And then a 1% own play with James that gets a boost with James Ennis out too is Chuma Okeke. Very good player at Auburn, 3.2K. He's going to have more of an expanded role off the bench. He's not grading out well. This is more of a big T play, but he caught my eye because he could get 25 minutes with James Ennis out. I've seen him play in the NBA too on Orlando. He's not scared to shoot the ball. He can throw it up if he gets hot. Second unit too. So 3.2K, no one's going to play him as a punt. I think it makes a good pivot, but I mean, it's easy to get. If you want to go 5x on him, you get 5%, 6%, and then that's all you need. You're going to be way over the field. No one's playing him. I like it. I think he has some upside at 3.2K.
Yeah, just got some pretty big news in the first game. Tobias Harris ruled out. So there's one piece of news. Haven't seen anything on Embiid yet, but as we said, big boost for Embiid, big boost Seth Curry, shitty ass Danny Green gets a boost, Ben Simmons gets a boost. I mean, it's pretty big news. Quick thoughts on that, Big T.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of hoping a couple other dominoes fall. I've talked about nights like this a ton on these shows, but sometimes when the slate is super easy, you might not ship the whole thing, but it makes a profit for that night, crazy easy. Say Brogdon ends up out now, and maybe one other piece ends up out. Who'd you say? Jeremy Lamb's also questionable or something. Say those two sit. Tobias is already out. I mean, you just have so many good plays in the first game that I know it's redundant, but man, when you can just jam in the easy plays right out of the gate and you don't have to watch the news all night. I mean, I know I say this every show, but it's working. It keeps printing. Why make it more complicated than it needs to be?
We just activated Big T 777.
It's been activated.
It's activated for tonight. Yeah, it's been activated. Title, quick thoughts.
It's just better that way. It sucks. This shouldn't matter at all, but it sucks when you have all late guys and you're just literally in dead last all night. it's just better to like just feel good all night. You
the
just
mental
have that
game,
good
man.
mojo going.
It's a mental game. You're getting your opponent's head like, damn, how am I gonna catch this guy? I got to make some moves. I mean, it's definitely
and everyone in the
play.
chat's like acting like you're shipping too. They're sending you like, oh, Big T's gonna ship again. And it's like 15 minutes into the slate. It's just the good mojo.
Title, quick thoughts on this one. Yeah, the problem today though is Cody Zeller's doubtful, Hayward's doubtful. So I have interest in the pieces in the last game too. Yeah. But for this game, like you said, Seth Curry, he's a better play on FanDuel because shooting guard's not as good. Ben Simmons gets a boost. Embiid, if he's in, I like his price tag on DraftKings at 10-6. So all the guys get a boost. I don't love playing like the Danny Greens and Seth Currys of the world. The bigger boost is Embiid for sure and Simmons. But yeah, I mean, we still have more news to wait for. It's kind of weird that Tobias got ruled out, but nothing on Embiid or that. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I think if Embiid was going to sit, they would have just ruled him out right then with Tobias. I bet he plays. They've been listing him as questionable, for years, and then he just ends up playing. So we'll see. But my guess at this point is that he does play, but we'll see. All right, next game. Before I hop into the next game, as always, JSU Holden take you up to lock on the final countdown. That is part of our premium package, and like I say every time, like this day and age, it is more important than ever having someone breaking down the news up to lock with all the news, and especially on the sled. We're definitely going to get some news close to lock. So that is part of our premium package at runpuresports.com. If you want to try it out, use that promo code free ticket to get in the drawing for the March 11th ticket giveaway that we're going to be doing. Next game, Jazz, Pelicans, big total, 236. Jazz favored by 7. And, man, for me, this is one of those games where you have the big total, but not many pieces for DFS. I mean, the Jazz, we've all kind of been in lockstep with this Jazz team. When they're at full strength, which they'll be tonight, it's just really hard to pinpoint them for DFS purposes. I mean, Conley, Mitchell, Bogdanovic, O'Neal, Gobert, Clarkson, Ingles, Favors, all capable of producing. And it's tough to pick and choose which one's going to have the big game. This is a good spot, obviously. Huge team total, 121.5 for the Jazz. But, man, they're a tough team for DFS despite the good matchup. On the Pelican side, the problem I have here is the price points now. They're coming up. Zion is finally starting to flash some of that upside. He's now $9K on DK. That's a big boy price tag. Ingram 8.4. Ingram is interesting, I think, on FanDuel at 7.8, where small forward is pretty weak. I think he's in the conversation there. Still don't absolutely love him, but he is in the conversation. JJ Redick is, I believe, questionable. Maybe he's questionable for this game. He's been so shitty this year, I don't think it really matters whether or not he's in or out. Josh Hart had some big games. I believe it was like a week and a half ago. He's kind of come crashing back down to earth a little bit. So I don't know. Despite the big total here, 236, I am not going to really be on anything. Maybe Ingram on FanDuel. Title, how are you seeing this one?
Yeah, so I have interest in Mike Conley, Gobert, and Donovan Mitchell. I have interest in one of the three. I like all three, but I only would play one because it always seems like one of them go off and then the other two will just have okay games. Utah just plays such good team basketball. They make the extra pass. They don't care about one guy going off and filling it up. But I like all the price tags, and I expect them to be lower owned too. So if I'm MMEing or stuff, I probably make a rule to play like one of the three in every lineup if I'm doing 20 entry max or something, because it'll guarantee you a lower owned guy. Like you said, a high total. Utah plays really good basketball. So I think one of the guys go off in this spot. But like you said, it's so hard to determine which one it is. I don't really have a lean. I think Gobert can really do well in this matchup. Donovan Mitchell's been playing awesome basketball, but his price tag has came up a little bit, which will keep his ownership down. And then Conley, I mean, he's been really, really good this year. Very underrated. I haven't talked about him much, but I like these guys. But I mean, I'm not playing 2 or 3 of them at their price tag because I think one of them has a ceiling game, the other is just okay. And I have no interest on the Pelicans really. Brandon Ingram, the only one on FanDuel if you do it because of the small forward position.
Yep. Big T, you and I have kind of been on the same page and with title too about this Jazz team. It's just a tough team when they're at full strength. Does this change for you today because this matchup is so good against this Pelicans team that is playing at a much faster pace, or are you still kind of off the Jazz?
Yeah, I mean, I'm off for the most part. It's the same thing as last time with me with Donovan Mitchell. I know that, man, he's been really solid the last 2 weeks, even with a lot of the guys getting healthy. I just think he has that upside if he gets it going. I'm probably not going to play him. I only play a couple teams, 1, 2, 3 teams, depending on the night. I probably won't get to him, but I know DD Pinsack in our chat plays him like every night, and he just keeps crushing for him. And I brought up that point last week, too, about these blowouts. They keep playing their guys in blowouts, too, which is kind of nice that you don't have to worry about that late run because they just put them back in there and stuff. So probably won't play it tonight because of how good I think some of the plays are on the slate. But Donovan Mitchell would be the guy if I had to play someone.
Yep, no doubt. I mean, it's just weird though, that big total. We love big totals. It's just the Jazz are just a unique team at this point. Just too many guys. Next game, Nuggets Bulls 225.5 total. Denver favored by 4.5, and this is the classic situation with the Nuggets. I mean, they continue to kind of play down to their competition. That's why this spread is only 4.5 points. Jokic continues to just put up monster performances. He's been 58, 56, 61, just a ton of 60-point performances when you pull up this game log. The price is right up there with other studs on the slate, but man, I mean, this is a matchup where he could absolutely feast against Wendell Carter Jr., who is just not all that good on the defensive end. Definitely has a propensity to throw in the fouls as well. So, I mean, this is a really good spot for Jokic. I'm going to continue to kind of look to my boy Jamal Murray in tournaments. The price tag is way up there. People are hesitant to pay it, but man, he has a lot of upside. Michael Porter Jr. playing very well. He had a big game going last time before the blowout. He had 20 and 10, and that was only in like 27 minutes. Missed his last rotation because that game kind of got out of hand. On the Bulls side, I think Kobe White's interesting on FanDuel. 5.7K is a nice price tag. Zach LaVine is kind of priced out for me. I mean, he's just too close to these other studs now. I mean, if there was a bigger difference between him and these top tier guys, maybe, but it's just getting too close for me. So, like I said, a few guys on the Nuggets: Jokic, Murray in tournaments, Porter Jr., Kobe White on FanDuel. That's kind of where I'm at in terms of this game title. What are you thinking here?
Yeah, so Jokic stands out right away. It's a closer spread than I thought. And if Jokic gets his full minutes, nobody can stop him, especially on the Bulls. So I see a massive ceiling game. People might go Luka or some other studs. I don't think he's going to be like 50% or something crazy on the slate. Embiid's there too. So I love this matchup for Jokic. And then Campazzo's out too. So Monte Morris, I like him on both sites. And then PJ Dozier is only 3,200 on DraftKings. He's the main beneficiary off the bench, going to be the top guard they have. He can play mid 20 minutes, and at 3.2K on this slate, I like that price a lot. No interest on the Bulls, like you said. Zach LaVine's too priced up for me. I don't have interest in the secondary guys as much. So Jokic, Dozier, and Monte Morris, I like though.
Yeah, who's someone's out for him? Who is it? Campazzo, yeah. I mean, so they have should have a relatively tight rotation. Big T, you're the Nuggets insider. What's your read here on this game?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know when did they rule Campazzo out?
It was earlier.
He's doubtful, I think, technically, officially doubtful.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if he's out, then PJ Dozier, I mean, he has to be a good play at 3,200. He played, what did he play the other day? He played 15 minutes in his first game back, 20 fantasy points. If he gets that up in the 20s versus the Bulls, he's got a chance to get you high 20s fantasy-wise, especially playing with Jokic, obviously, who loves to pass. So, yeah, I mean, PJ Dozier, great value play with Campazzo out. Jokic, I don't know how you don't play him against the Bulls. I mean, the spread is only 5. The Nuggets really haven't blown hardly anyone out all season.
Yeah.
If anything, they've struggled against these bad teams. And I just don't know how you don't play Jokic against the Bulls. Like, he's going to crush man, we got Embiid very questionable now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, let's just talk about that because that's more important than all these other like fringe games. I mean, so Embiid officially very questionable according to Doc Rivers. I think it's safe to assume at this point he's going to be out. So I mean, that.
Why do these teams do this crap though? Like, why not just roll them out? Like, you're not gaining any edge.
It's always Doc Rivers.
It's not like the other teams like in the locker room like scheming it up like, oh, if he's in, if he's like, come on.
Yeah, not in the regular season of the NBA. No, if in the playoffs, all right, yeah, you can play these stupid ass games, but in the regular season, like no one gives a shit. You got the number 1 seed right now. Like who gives a crap? If he's out though, I mean, man, Dwight Howard. You're talking a lot of value plays. Seth Curry, you're going to have to play freaking Ben Simmons. And then you fall into that situation, that Big T was talking about if Brogdon's out too. And this is just a lock and load spot, post your score and, just let your competition try to catch up, right?
It certainly looks that way without a doubt. I mean, I'm just looking at some of the pieces. I do wish that I liked Indiana more than I do, just because, man, some of the pieces I really, really struggle with, like Justin Holiday at 5,100 and 45 is at least a little better on FanDuel. God, I struggle to click that button. Like Miles Turner, I don't love. Sabonis, he's still priced up where I don't necessarily love him against Dwight Howard all that much. I don't know. I wish I liked the Indiana pieces more, I guess is I love TJ McConnell if Brogdon's out playing all those minutes.
Hang on, I gotta get in here. This over under. I mean, over under, go after yourself, buddy. Like I literally said 6 minutes ago, my lean is that Embiid's gonna play. They list him questionable all the time, and he ends up playing. I do think I have inside information on whether or not freaking Embiid's gonna play. It was a guess. I was assuming that he was gonna play.
An hour and a half before the game starts.
Yeah, you got an hour and 37 minutes to freaking figure it out. Like, get the hell out of here.
What is he even saying? What's his point?
Hoop2410 just convinced us that Embiid is gonna play. It was a guess. I don't freaking know.
And what does it matter?
He's triggered. He's triggered that Hoop2410 said that Embiid was going to play.
I like that he called you by the full name too, 24/7. It's like when your mom got mad and said like your full name about whatever you did.
Yeah, it's not Hoop, it's Hoop2410.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I like that. I support calling Hoop by his full name. Get on him a little bit, but not about that. I mean. I was leaning that Embiid plays. Maybe I articulated it. Is there anything funnier though? Like when these people like come on and act like somehow we have news that other people don't. Yeah. Like we're sitting at our desk and wherever the hell we're at, friggin', there's just no way. Like, you know how rich we would be if we had all the info like that? We wouldn't be doing this show right now. I'll tell you that much. Like, come on.
Gosh, it drives. I said because they ruled Tobias out. I kind of felt that Embiid would play. Kill me. End me.
Cancel the thing. So is he going to circle back when he then turns around and plays and say, "Well, then you convinced us that he was going to sit"? Like,
oh gosh, some of this.
And it's the first game of the night. Like we're gonna get the news regardless before it all. But I was laughing when he said 24/10 too.
Yeah, that is a great analogy though. Yeah, like when your mom calls you by your first and middle name, like the full thing, like you're in trouble. Over under, he wants to give me some spankings. It sounds like I'm gonna be in timeout here for a while after that one.
He needs to click that like button though, because we're almost there. I mean, the people are getting it done today. 4:05 already. We got a half hour left in the show. We're gonna cruise into 500.
I thought there was a chance that this guy was like actually like maybe like joking around. He just doubled down. Hoop should stop making up reports then without actual information. So he is really upset that I said I thought Embiid was going to play. Wow. This is called DFS. You're speculating. You're speculating, what you think players are going to do. I don't know. Okay. I think Embiid's going to go out and have 40 points and 25 rebounds tonight. Okay. That's what I think is going to happen tonight. I thought Embiid was going to freaking play tonight. Now he sounds like he's very questionable. And like Big T just said, he still might freaking play, you idiot.
Easily could still play. Easily.
God.
it's still probably like 30-40% he plays. Like the best part.
I knew there was a chance that people came at me to the whole cancel culture. I knew that was in the cards. I knew that was in the realm of possibilities. But I'll tell you one thing for freaking sure. It was not because I thought Embiid was going to play tonight.
The best part is once he plays, now he's going to be low owned because everyone's thinking he's not. It's just how the whole DFS landscape works. It's hilarious.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's a good point though. If he plays, like, do you expect normal minutes? Because I mean, he's gonna play.
Yeah.
That does that very.
Plays, I expect normal minutes once he's in there.
Yeah, and then he becomes a smash play. I mean, a really, really good play with Tobias out too, and people are going to be scared. So it's very interesting news. But yeah, I mean, we're playing I played Daniel House yesterday because I thought he was going to reach value, but I mean, we don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly. I have all these people too. I always talk about this group thread I'm in with these old coaches, and they like troll me with that stuff too. Like, oh, you said this, and like whenever you're wrong, like our whole job is to make projections. Anyone can come on at the end of the night and say, well, if you played this guy, and this guy, you'd have won. Well, no shit. Yeah, the games are over. It'd be easy to play. I mean, come on.
Oh, there's a lot of things you can get on my case about, but to say that because I thought Embiid was going to play,
I can't wait till he still plays now.
For
all that, I want him to play so bad. The chat though, I gotta give it to him. I mean, we're literally almost at 450 already. It's 530. Are they really going to get the job done this early to 500? I mean,
I haven't said a word. I haven't said a word.
You impress us enough. We may just. I mean, I might do it personally. Just kick someone in this 600 tonight. Like,
whoa, hang on.
Like,
whoa.
I mean, we're almost at 450 already.
I'll tell you one guy that can't win it though. Over under. He's not eligible.
Over under is the only one not in the drawing.
Over under out of the 826 people right now. Over under. You're not eligible for the ticket. Okay, just let you know that.
I mean,
all right.
It's impressive.
Yeah. So next game here on the slate, we have the Nets. We have the Spurs. 234.5 total. Brooklyn favored by 4.5 in this game, and the Spurs are still going to be without some guys here. We got Rudy Gay, who is out. We have Keldon Johnson out. I am pulling this up. I know there's a few more guys that are out, along with
Rudy Gay, Vassell, Devin White, Keldon Johnson, and then we had Jeff Green and TLC ruled out on the other side too.
Yeah,
not too long ago.
There's a lot of news, obviously, in this game.
People love this chat is on fire. They love the free tickets. Look at them, just the number. The chat is on fire.
Holy cow, it is moving.
They're getting me excited. This gets the mojo going, and then we ship tonight. I mean, I'm going to have a hard time not picking a winner for 600. I'm just letting you guys know. I mean, they are on fire today. If you'd have told me we had 500 likes by 5:30, like,
people like us.
It's impressive.
SO, we got the good mojo.
I'm blown away. It is impressive
Great
stuff.
mojo today. It really is. Besides the one little bump in the road that we just got done with, I mean, it's been a great.
That just
show,
helps spark the mojo, though. The chat
really
loves
does.
rallying against people like that. They rally it up for us.
There's always one.
We owe it to Over Under. He got it all going. I mean, really, that was the turning point of the show when he came at me, and then I got my boys getting my back at chat. I mean, it's a good. Yeah, it does feel good today. We do need to give a ticket away.
I mean,
they just exceeded it. They just went, oh man.
I mean, they're going to get to 600.
Man,
I'll just make it official. If they get to 600, we'll put a $600 ticket tonight.
Man, what a it's a great show. Definitely a great show. All right,
that's why
I like when they respond.
That's why you're on a heater. Good mojo, Big T. Giving
It's been that way too. Like, you know how many people have said this well, it's easy when you're winning. You guys know, because I struggled for a long stretch during football. I was the same way. Like, I believed in mojo. I didn't change. Like, if you didn't know I'd been winning, my personality hasn't changed. Hoop, tell me I'm wrong. Like, I've always been like this, whether I'm winning or losing.
Same. Yeah, it doesn't affect. And that's honestly the most important part if you're going to do this, do this on a serious level. Like, you have to take the emotions out of it. You can't let it affect your personality. You can't let it, affect how you act as a person. I mean, it's tough to handle the swings, but the number one skill set you can have is the mental part of it. And if you can stay above it mentally, going to be all right, because like Tony said, I mean, he's he's obviously done really well. He posted it on Twitter. He had, I'm assuming, one of his best months he's ever had. If that number was reversed, I think you'd have the same demeanor.
I don't know if it was that high reversed. I might not be still smiling. But I mean, if I was losing, I'd have the same smile. I don't know if I was down that much if I'd have the same smile.
I like how we talked. Like, we were in Discord, what was it, last month or 2 months ago? And we were literally talking, and we were like, yeah, I didn't have the best year. And we were saying how swings are tough, but the most important thing is you just can't let it change how you act as a person, how you act to your friends, to your family. I mean, it's just part of the grind. You don't know what's going to happen. The best players win 60, 65% of the time. You're going to lose. It's part of the game.
Yeah. Give me that ticket or I'm reporting Hoop for spreading false information.
The chat is just on fire. I mean,
it reminds me of the old FanDuel chat. Title, you're probably a little bit too young. You're probably still in middle school.
I don't know.
Back in his volleyball days. That was when he was
when he was playing volleyball. But they had a chat on the FanDuel bottom right corner, just on the main screen, and people would be in there. And like football Sundays, when it started getting real popular, this chat would be moving at such a, you couldn't read any messages. I mean, it was just boom, 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 boom. They eventually got rid of the chat, which was definitely a good thing. This Nets Spurs game. Title, what do you got here in this one?
Yeah, so I like Harden. I like his price on both sides. He's 11K on DraftKings. He's 10-7 on FanDuel. He just has the ball in his hands so much, tons of usage, rebounds, assists, points. He's really coming into his own with Durant out. So have a lot of interest there. Same with Kyrie. He's 9K on FanDuel, 9-1 on DraftKings. Both are really good plays. I don't like for GPPs, Big T. You'll probably touch on this. You don't have to answer it now, but I'm curious to hear what you say. Do you play both of them? Do you make a limit to you only play one because they eat into each other a little bit? I am curious to hear that. Cash games, you can play both of them for sure. I don't care about eating into and stuff like that. Patty Mills, 3-9 on FanDuel, 4-7 on DraftKings. I like him more on FanDuel, but he's in play on both sites. They just have so many injuries. He's going to play a lot more minutes. I shouldn't say injuries. COVID protocol, I think, is what it is. But they need bodies. They need them to run them out. DeJounte Murray, Trey Lyles, the same thing. Lonnie Walker on FanDuel is 4.2K. I like that. I don't love his price tag at 5K on DraftKings. DeRozan's 8K on FanDuel, 8.4 on DraftKings. I prefer him on FanDuel because of shooting guard position where you have to play two of them. A lot of good pieces in this game, though. Harden, Kyrie, the best, and then Patty Mills, DeJounte, Lyles, Rosen, all what I said. They need these guys to play minutes, so it's a good game to target.
Might help if I'm not muted. I do pretty good with not.
I don't remember the last time you've been on mute like that.
Yeah, I usually just don't go on mute so you can hear everything that's going on. But for some reason, hit the mute. I don't even remember doing it. Big T, what do you got here in this Nets? Who the hell are they even playing? Nets Spurs game.
Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, so Title asked about the two playing Kyrie or Harden, or a lot of people I think only play one. It is the reason in tournaments. I think you can easily play two, and I really don't even believe in the correlation thing where I think just by playing them both, you get different, and they can easily both go off. I don't know. I mean, I think that used to be bigger than it is. And no one ever plays both of them. And sometimes if they do play both of them, they'll stack a bunch the other way and just go full game stack. So if you just play two of them and no Spurs or one Spur even, I just think you gain a big edge. And the Brooklyn's the best team to do this because they got no other usage. They just get all of the usage, all 48 minutes of them holding the ball, dribbling into the ground, making plays, scoring. I mean, they're always going to be, when they're on the slate like this and Durant's out, they're going to be two of the better plays on the slate without a doubt. When Durant's in, same thing. I mean, if one of the other ones is out, then you would just shift to those two. I mean, I love both of them, both two of the better plays on the slate. And then the Spurs side, you got DeJounte's in a really good spot. And besides that, I mean, man, Patty Mills frustrated me last week in a few really good spots. Just didn't quite. I mean, he hasn't had a ceiling game in a very, very long time. Probably won't go there. But Lonnie Walker, I agree with you. 4,200 on FanDuel. Like that price. Man, the Spurs, though. This seems like a spot to me where you could play Kyrie and Harden and no Spurs and instantly be different than 99% of the field. and yet have both of those guys give you a high floor, high ceiling, everything you could possibly want out of the studs. And I don't think he needs – the Spurs could play 10 dudes and have no one go off, especially with DeJounte and DeRozan both over 8K. Are they both over 8K on FanDuel too?
DeRozan's 8K exactly. Yeah. DeJounte is 8.4, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like we've been talking about a lot recently. At 8K, they need in the 50s to crush you, and I don't see it. So it would just be the two guys for me.
Usually, I don't stay in the weeds for long. I'll dip in the weeds and I get right back up. You know, I don't let it go. This guy's still in the chat. Maybe next time they shouldn't report their own news that doesn't exist. I mean, I don't know what world this freaking guy is living in, but I literally said I think Embiid plays because they didn't rule him out at the same time Harris was ruled out, and a lot of times they list him as questionable, and then he ends up playing. It's happened a ton.
Big T's burner account. If there's one thing over under, if there's one thing I don't have as a burner, I say crazy stuff on my own account. What would I need a burner for?
What would bring this show full circle? All right, what would just be perfect is within the next 20 minutes. Is if Joel Embiid gets ruled in. That would if Joel Embiid gets ruled in within the next 20 minutes, we'll give away 2 tickets. All right, I am dead serious. If Embiid,
chat would just go ballistic if Embiid is in. I like it though.
It's coming out of my pocket. It's coming directly out of my pocket. I promise you right now. If Embiid is ruled in the next 20 minutes, and you guys get over the 600, I'm giving away. Not one. We're giving away not one. We're giving away 2 tickets to the $600 contest. And you know what? I might pick over under too.
That would be even better if you picked him.
To be honest, I'm not even sure he has DraftKings or FanDuel downloaded if he's complaining about this.
No, I was gonna say the best part about this is you pick a troll like that because it's someone's burner, and they won't be able to give you their DK name because. They don't. It's like Bobby Fi or something, and they can't. My DK name is Bobby Fi.
That's a good point. We'll put it to the test tonight. We're gonna pick him. We'll pick him as he's gonna be the winner of the second ticket. We got 20 minutes. Start contacting the 76ers. Tell them you want Embiid to be in tonight. You really need Embiid to play tonight.
The chat was gonna go ballistic when they say Embiid is in.
That would honestly.
I hope it happens too. I love when the chat gets going.
Oh, it's good. It's good times. All right, 2 more games. We have the Cavs. We have the Rockets. 217 total. Rockets favored by 2 in this game. We talked about it in the opening. Man, this team looks rough, and they just lost by 4. Their bench, the Grizzlies bench, outscored the entire Rockets team last night. It was 85-84 in favor of the Grizzlies bench. And one of the crazier stats you're going to see all season, this team is dead. They're not playing with any sense of urgency, like limited effort. Oladipo is back tonight. John Wall back-to-back. Who knows? Coach made a comment like, hey, he didn't play a ton of minutes. Maybe he'll end up playing tonight. Eric Gordon's questionable. Don't know about him. Probably not going to have this news. It's 2 hours after lock, so it's going to be tough. The one guy I do have interest in, though, is Justin Patton. I mean, there's no reason to not give Patton minutes at this point. He's the minimum on FanDuel at 3.5. He's only 3.2K on DK. I actually like him quite a bit as a value. The game was a massive blowout last night. And they brought him in to play the 4th quarter, and he played all right. So I like him a little bit on the Cavs side. Ton of interest in my boy Jared Allen. I mean, he's a beast, putting up big numbers. Against this same team, 61 fantasy points. He was the 4x play of the day that night too, and just went absolute bonkers. Should do it again here tonight. Have his way. I like Sexton. I like Garland, just playing a ton of minutes. Those guys are playing so many minutes. And, basically shooting as much as they want. So I really like those Cavs guys. On the Rockets side, we're going to have to see what happens with the injury news. But Daniel House seems like he should be a fine play on FanDuel at 4.5K. And like I said, I like Patton as well on both sides. Go to you first, Big T. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, this is a scary game for me just because, man, Houston is so bad. I can't remember if we were talking on this show or before the show, but Houston just freaking sucks. And the problem is Cleveland sucks too. So, like, I just have a fear of like this game going really ugly, and I don't like the prices are high enough where I don't really know if it's that risky just to fade it. I mean, I like Jared Allen a ton. Like, I love him, but he's 8,500, 79. Like, there's not that much risk to fading him, I don't think. Like, Sexton's priced up, Garland's priced up. Really, everyone's priced up. Just looking at the prices, I mean, Chetty Osman's almost 6K. Windler, I know K Falix like typing Windler in the chat. I mean,
Prince is out. I think that's why.
The dude is still 4,300 though. I mean, again, we talk about this a lot, but at 4,300, yeah, you're not mad if he gets you 20, 23. But if you don't play him, like, you're not mad either. Like, that's just one of those scores where you just post it and it doesn't really change anything. It doesn't solidify you. It doesn't kill you in any way. I don't know. Like, I don't see him ever. Houston is bad though, so he could be onto something. I mean, if Houston does just not show up, just say they have totally quit. I mean, these Cleveland guys could go off, but I don't know. I am nervous about this more than I should be because Oladipo and these guys should have some pride after last night. They got embarrassed. If they come and play like Oladipo's a good is Oladipo out for sure?
He's playing today.
Oh, there's like a big O on my thing all of a sudden. Wonder what that's for.
They just
I have him still in, I think.
Yeah, you guys, I'm sure this is probably from yesterday's thing or something.
Yeah,
it says
he was out yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so if he's in, he's a really good defender. I don't know. Like, I'm more worried about this game than I should be. I just feel like it's two bad teams. It could go ugly. If I was going to play people, it would for sure be the cheap guys like Patton, like you said, just because he's so cheap. And I think that's the way Houston needs to go. Like, play these younger guys and just let them play. Even if you get blown out, just let them play. And I don't know. Like, I don't have a strong take on this game.
It's a weird dynamic though too. That Oladipo turned down that 2-year extension as well. I think that plays into it. I mean, maybe not tonight, but at some point they're just gonna have to like mail it in and play these young guys. Just a lot of risk with Houston moving forward. I feel TitleTown, over under has made some comments about you now in the chat as well. He said, "Hey, TitleTown, I got 600 in lineups tonight, so watch out. You might be coming for your head-to-heads. You never know." And then he said something. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, take the 600 and play title and head-to-heads. He's looking to bounce back in the head-to-head market after the Big T beatdown.
I would love to get some free money back after losing it, but. Yeah, I mean, it's all right, over-under. You can take it out on me. That's fine. But in this game, Patton, he's my favorite play in this game, him and Jared Allen. Patton was a good player at Creighton, 7-3. He can shoot it from the outside, which I like too. The only thing is his minutes is very unknown because he got a little blowout run yesterday too. He got his first start. They need a size against Jared Allen, so I think it's more safe than usual, but you really never know what Houston's going to do with Oladipo and stuff back, but I like the price tag on both sites. Jared Allen, I like as well. 8,500 on DraftKings really is getting up there, but I think that keeps his ownership down too. And because I mean, imagine thinking Jared Allen would be 8,500 this year at any point. If you told me that, I'd be like, wow. But I mean, he has a ceiling, as he's shown for sure, and he's shown it in this matchup. So I like him. I like his price, 7,900 on FanDuel, a little more. I'm going to say the name Daniel House again as a last piece in cash games on FanDuel. Yes, it's brutal. Yes, I don't blame you if you don't want to go back at all, but small forward's awful. He's 4,500. We always talk about what it gets you. The spend ups aren't very good either. So I know people are going to hate that. I said that. FanDuel only, last piece, cash games. I wouldn't go there in tournaments probably. And then Eric Gordon's fine, but I don't want to go there on this slate. It's really only Patton, Jared Allen, and then Daniel House on FanDuel, which is so gross.
Yeah, it's a tough position though, and yeah, he should be in line for some minutes. So I definitely agree with you. All right, last game here on the slate. We have the Hornets. We have the Trailblazers, 229.5. Portland favored by 7.5. And the big news, obviously, in this game is it sounds like the Hornets are going to be in the exact situation they were last night. Let's see, the Graham officially ruled out, and then Gordon Hayward and Cody Zeller are both doubtful for this game. And that leaves big opportunities, obviously, for LaMelo Ball. Big game last night. PJ Washington had a phenomenal game last night. He's going to be pretty highly owned. Bridges, Monk looked really good. I don't know why they keep playing Biyombo. It's just done. I'm sure he'll start again tonight because of Cantor on the other side, but it appears he just doesn't have anything left. And I don't know. I mean, I hope people play him because I'll definitely be off him. Guy that looked like shit last night was Terry Rozier. Like, he was like pitiful. Like, that was bad. Like, he would get the ball and go to dribble, and the handles were out of whack. His shot was terrible. I don't know. I mean, 8K on DK. Can't imagine paying that price tag. 6-8 on FanDuel. I don't know. He just didn't look good. I don't know what it was, but very popular last night. I don't know if I can click that name though tonight after that performance. And then on the Trailblazers side, obviously Lillard, Cantor in the conversation. Both better plays on FanDuel because of the cheaper price tags. But, this is a solid hammer game. I mean, you have a team that's going to be shorthanded versus Trailblazers team where where the production's coming from in Lillard and potentially Cantor. Will go to you first, TitleTown. What are your thoughts here on the Hornets Trailblazers?
Yeah, this is a really good game to target with the injuries, same spot last time. I'll start with the Portland side. Cantor on FanDuel is only 6.3K. He should have his way against Biyombo all game. He has a ceiling, very offensive-minded player, so I like him a lot. 7.2K on DraftKings is fine too. I think he'll be low-owned because center is a good position. If you play two centers, I don't mind playing a low-owned Cantor because he does have a ceiling as a late-night hammer. Dame is only, I shouldn't say only, but he's 10-1 on FanDuel. But I love this matchup, 10-4 on DraftKings. He can absolutely dominate this matchup. I expect him to try and go at LaMelo, have some fun in this game, juck up a lot of shots. I like Dame a lot in this matchup. I mean, Charlotte played no defense at all yesterday against the Kings. He can have his way. Outside of them on Portland, I don't have too much interest. But on Charlotte, there's just so many good plays. I'll start with LaMelo. On FanDuel, he's only 7.9K. DraftKings, he's 8.7K. I know people yesterday in chat and Discord a little bit were like, LaMelo feels expensive at 8.8K and stuff. This kid's going to be a 10K player before we know it. I mean, he is a superstar. Love everything he does. Points, rebounds, assists, steals, all that. Way too cheap on FanDuel. I like the price tag on DraftKings too. PJ Washington coming up off an absolute monster game yesterday. He's going to get a lot of ownership. Cody Martin, if he gets the start again, is 3.5K on DraftKings. Played 27 minutes yesterday. He doesn't do too much with it. There's probably other value I'd rather, but he's fine. It's always about what it gets you, and there's a lot of stars on this slate that we like. Miles Bridges is fine. That's probably where I'd leave it off. Rozier, like you said, he's FanDuel only 6,800. People aren't going to go back to him, I don't think, because they saw what he did yesterday. It was really, really bad. It was like 80% in cash games. If you want to go there in tournaments, buying on the talent, that's fine. Then Malik Monk's only 4.9K on FanDuel too at a small forward position that isn't very good. I like what he does off the bench. He comes in and chucks, gets hot, finishes the game too. Yesterday he finished it, so I like him as a tournament play. Cash game, fine as a last piece, but it's a very, very good game. Tons of pieces in it. I don't expect a lot of defense.
Yeah, I like the Malik Monk call. He actually has been very productive, and he's looked pretty good yesterday. And he was digging into Terry Rozier's minutes a little bit because how poorly Rozier played. Big T, thoughts here on this final game of the slate, Hornets Trailblazers?
Yeah, so I mean, I have a little bit of a hot take with this game. That's why people like it, though. That's why they like my take, because sometimes they're just different. Like yesterday, I was all in on LaMelo. I thought he was the best play of the slate. He was my favorite play of the slate without a doubt. I mean, I was arguing in the chat that he was a better play than Fox. PJ Washington, I liked a lot. Biyombo, I liked a lot. I hate this spot tonight for Charlotte. Like, I feel like they're going to get blown out by Portland. I don't like LaMelo at all tonight after I loved him last night. 8,700 is outrageous on DK. He played like the perfect game yesterday, played 38 minutes in the best possible matchup and still only got 49 fantasy points with 12 assists. He went 6 for 10. He went 7 for 12 from the field, played 39 minutes, still only got 49. Like, I think he is like a crazy easy fade tonight. I hope he's popular. I think Portland blows him out. And besides Dame, I don't like anyone in this game. So I'm glad that Philly value is going to open up, because I'm just going to play the early game and make people catch up. I really don't like this game. The prices are outrageous to me. Like LaMelo 87, Terry Rozier 8K, PJ Washington 62, Malik Monk 5,500. Are you kidding me? Malik Monk 5,500? These prices are totally outrageous to me. I'm not even like scared of the fade either, is how confident I am. Like I'm not even remotely concerned about this game.
Does it change for you on FanDuel a little bit where all these guys
are cheaper? FanDuel, they're a lot cheaper. I definitely like them more on FanDuel for sure because all the pieces are a little bit cheaper. Yeah. I mean, so let me go through the FanDuel real quick. You got LaMelo. I still don't like LaMelo at 79, but Rozier, I like Rozier a ton more at 6,800 instead of 8K. PJ Washington is
62.
Still, I definitely don't like him at 62. Malik Monk 40. I like Malik Monk slightly more at 49. Bridges is decent on both, but Bridges hasn't really shown a ceiling all that much either. And then the cheap guys, I'm not. So really, it would be Rozier and Monk I like a little bit more. But I think they get blown out, though, is my worry. Back to back. I don't like the game. And if I don't like it, like I'm just going to play these other guys. And I don't know. I just don't like it.
It looks like Alex guy, and because I saw him in chat too, it looks like his guy is Gary Trent in this game. We knew you didn't talk about him. I didn't talk about him. There is no defense being played. He's going to go really low owned. I mean, he chucks up shots. I think Gary Trent's a good player. He can shoot it. I'm not as high on him as Falik and JT. It sounds like are.
That's who their guy was, Gary Trent.
I think he tagged me saying no Gary Trent in the game, so I think that's who it is.
Gary Trent was who all the hype was about.
I think so. Don't quote me for sure, but I'm like 90% sure that's who it is.
I played Gary Trent a ton. I probably played Gary Trent as much as anyone this year. But look, I mean, the dude has gone 26, 24, 16, 20. I mean, has he gone off? And he hasn't had a game above 40, and he hasn't. No, Gary Trent is not it. He's not it, boys.
The chat saying that Embiid's out. I'm not seeing it anywhere.
I haven't seen the official ruling, but I think he's out for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
at the risk of the one dude coming back and getting all over me with you.
Come on, there's room. Come aboard. Let's go.
I don't see anything for sure though yet, so I'd still keep an eye on it. But very questionable. Yeah.
Over under. There's
not
still
over yet. Yeah.
There's still hope. There's still hope. All right, we got some housekeeping items to take care of here. We got the 600 Big T, so you're going to go ahead and do you want to go ahead and pick somebody for that?
Let's title pick the winner today.
We need
title pick a winner.
All right, keep talking.
We have two winners. We have two winners. One of you pick the ticket winner, and one of you pick the apparel winner. Okay.
We'll pick whoever gives us the best comment while we're doing these plays.
All right, because I got one more little. I got one more thing. So there you go. That's lay out the criteria.
Yeah, I mean, there is no criteria. Whoever makes me laugh the most is going to win the ticket. And all you got to do, just because we'll go into the plays and this will happen, whoever makes me or whoever makes us laugh the most in chat is getting the $600 ticket for the likes. All you got to do is send me a message in Discord or Twitter with your DK name. I'll send it to the guy, and they'll put it right in your account. So it's that simple.
And title, you're picking the apparel person. So apparel for Big T, ticket, or apparel for title, ticket for Big T. I just wanted to cover the ticket giveaway that we're doing on March 11th and kind of lay out the criteria on that so everyone knows that kind of came in later here. So we're going to give away on March 11th 3 tickets. One ticket is going to go to a current member at RPS. So someone that's already has a subscription at RPS. We're going to pick one of them to put in the DraftKings $600 contest that day. Second ticket is going to any new member that signs up for a monthly package at runpuresports.com with the promo code free ticket. You got to use that promo code free ticket on a monthly package, the promo code free ticket on a monthly package. You go into the drawing to win the $600 ticket. We're going to do it just like last time. Going to cut the names up, put them in a hat. The kids are going to hop on and pick the winner of that ticket. Now, the third one is going to be a little bit of work. We need to get our subscriptions on our YouTube channel, Run Pure Sports YouTube channel, up to 5,000. Right now, it's about 4,400. So a lot of work there. If we get up to 5,000 by March 11th, and our Twitter followers need to get to 10,000. So that last third ticket, we need YouTube subscriptions up to 5,000. We need Twitter followers at 10,000. Right now, Twitter's at 9.2. somewhere in that range. YouTube, we're at 4-4. So that is the way. And then the tickets will all be given away on that March 11th show. All right. We got our winners, boys. Title.
I got mine.
Who went title? Who wins the gear?
Yeah, Cole Schuler. I saw a couple of comments in chat earlier. He was like, I've been a subscriber for a couple months, absolutely crushing it and all that. And then his latest comment was, title throws heat like Josh Hader. Baseball's coming up. Big Brewers fan. Got the hair a little bit like Josh Hader. Good mojo going around. Cole Schuler. Love the good mojo. He's the winner.
Hit up Tony or info at Run Pure Sports, and that's smart on his part. He played into title's heart. He's a baseball fan, the pitcher. So smart move.
Smart man.
Win the gear. Info at Run Pure Sports, or hit up Tony on Twitter. All right, Tony, who wins the ticket today?
I mean, to be honest, the chat is just firing through here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it totally random because I like all the chat. I'm just going to scroll up a little bit here. Wherever my cursor lands is who I'm going to give this $600 ticket to, because the chat's on fire. They all deserve it. I wish I could give everybody something. I mean, I literally can't even read them all. So it's going to be just random whoever gets this. Hopefully it's a good one and not over under or whatever the dude's name was.
Do they need it? One thing, do they need to be a member of Run Pure Sports to?
Not today, because the people just, they got the job done. So the chat came through. We're gonna. I mean, the chat just keeps going here. Let's scroll up here. Actually, I'm gonna let them keep going. Well, I'll do it as I give my plays. I'll pick a winner.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go to title first with the SO play of the day. Who do you got for us?
Yeah. So this isn't as a 5% or 1%er, but I think he gets overlooked with the other stars. But Jokic is my guy today. I think Harden gets more of the ownership up top. Kyrie.
Hoop's got to veto this. You can't.
That's
come on.
You were going. This is my first time going a high guy.
You can't pick Jokic. You got to go back. Go back. The chat was too.
You want more time? I got mine.
Yeah,
ready to roll. I'll give you some more time. All right. The 4X play of the day has been on fire. I think it hit hard 3 times last week. I'm going back to one of my soldiers from last week that got it done. And I know now his ownership is going to be a lot less than I thought before the show if this Embiid news holds and center becomes just a very loaded position. Going right back to Jared Allen. He's putting up another 60 piece here against the Rockets tonight. Center is loaded. I think his ownership comes in low. He has the elevated price tag. So give me Jared Allen for the 4X play of the day. Title, are you did you find the I mean, man, the first veto ever, by the way. I mean,
he can't say
Tony called for it. Yeah.
God, this was probably my first play. I mean, what is he going to be 20%? I mean, it's not even like
a crush too. But
yeah, I know he is, and Harden's going to be higher. All that. That's bogus. But
he's too easy. You got to challenge yourself.
Hey, you picked Jokic before. I didn't
Guy's on a heater. Right? If he calls for something, we just agree with it. So he called for the veto. The veto stands.
Look at this chat. Like, how am I supposed to pick a winner when I can't slow it down enough? I literally can't.
They just want their name to be seen on there, so they're gonna keep posting.
I mean, it is out of control.
All right, I'll get my SO play of the day. It'll be back to the lower owned stuff. Malik Monk. I think he goes unplayed on
DraftKings. I like that.
He'll go unplayed on DraftKings. FanDuel will still be lower owned too. The guy's a hooper coming off the bench. I expect him to close out games. If Rozier plays bad again, I mean, he'll absolutely get more minutes smashed. So Jokic is going to get there. Don't worry about that. But hopefully Malik Monk does too with him.
This chat is just incredible.
I mean, I literally don't know how to pick a winner because it's going too fast.
Oh, gosh. All right. Do you want to do the workbench play of the day first, or do you want to do the ticket winner?
We'll get into a little bit of both here. I mean, honestly, I mean, the chat got me distracted. I like this Philly. We're still waiting a little bit about Embiid. I think a lot of these guys are going to be high owned. I'm going to end up on there. I think whoever starts, it'll probably be Dwight, will end up being chalky. I think you can go to Tony Bradley even as 3K guy coming off the bench or whoever, because against Indiana, athletic bigs, Dwight and Tony Bradley fit that build. But I'm not going to give that either. Like, Philly's going to end up being chalky. I want to give a Bulls guy because I like the Bulls tonight to keep this game close. Athletic wings against Denver. Man, I really want to go to Patrick Williams here. I just don't know if he's got the upside. They have too many dudes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a stud that is going to be completely unowned tonight. to go with Jokic because Jokic, the title was right about that. Jokic is going to get probably 70 tonight.
He's not even going to be as high owned as you think either. I mean,
once Embiid's out, he almost has to be somewhat. Well, FanDuel, it'd be lower FanDuel.
Center's loaded, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to go with Zach LaVine on the workbench. Like, literally no one's going to play him tonight. Denver cannot guard a guy like LaVine. I could see Jamal Murray and him getting into it a little bit. I'm going to go with probably 3% owned or less Zach LaVine as my workbench play. He might not. The price, I agree with what Hoops take when we were on this game. It is a little tight. Like the price point it's tough up there, but that's why he's going to be low owned too against Denver. Zach LaVine workbench. Now let me scroll through. It's going to be random.
This thing is
because it is a major challenge.
Rapid fire.
Okay, let's go. Cursor stops right here. We're going with Mark Garboot. Ooh, LFG Big T. I like it. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Like that was random.
Garboot.
Like that was random.
It was random.
I believe that. I'm just kidding. Random. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So, what does he need to do now?
He needs to, I'm not going to be able to see him because the chat's going nuts right now, but send me a message on Twitter or in Discord, and then we'll post a link so everybody in the chat and in Round Pure can root with you tonight. Let's get this W.
Yep, get the W. More tickets to give away. That's going to be next Thursday. Go to Run Pure Sports. Use the promo code for hits. Crazy. Free ticket. Free ticket gets you in that drawing next Thursday. Potentially, we're going to give away 3 tickets for sure. So if you use that promo code, you could potentially be in the drawing for 2 of those tickets. So make sure to get on over to Run Pure Sports. That promo code is free ticket. Free ticket. Great show, guys. I mean, a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. The chat. I mean, honestly, the chat. You guys make it fun. I mean, it's not like these other. I still can't believe more people have not transitioned over to our show. You go to some of these other channels, and they're literally, well, Harden's projected for 58.9 fantasy points tonight, but I really think he gets to 62. I think that projection's 3 or 4 too low. Dude, come on over here. This is where it's at. Like, this is fun. This is fun stuff. You can win free tickets, make fun of people. Over-under still in there talking shit. We can keep making fun of him. I mean,
he has gone strong the whole time.
The whole entire time over literally nothing. But that was the turning point, though. I mean, thank you, Over-under, because that was the turning point of the show. Got everyone excited, on the same page. It was a lot of fun. But we're going to get on out of here. Like I said, Holden JSU taking you guys up to lock, part of the premium product over at runpuresports.com. Good luck tonight, everyone, in your contest for TitleTown, for Big T. I'm Hoop. We're out of here.
Good luck, everybody.
Merry Christmas from the wishbone old fucks. Want to thank Big T and all the giblets and time we spent on the workbench with the ladies this past year, even though 2020 sucks. Carson Wentz sucks. Not a top 5 quarterback. Might not even have a fucking job next year. Our dicks are big, and next year we're looking for better things and more workbench time. Listen, when you're talking about the workbench, you better be fucking eating ass, licking clit all day, twice on Sunday. Let's fucking go. Ready to roll. Ready to roll. Ready to roll. And listen, Big T. Big T. Keep running pure, and Wentz sucks ass.